Opposition parties have called on the government to ensure that people taking part in voluntary internships are eligible for social welfare for a certain period of time. Participants are unable to claim social welfare because they are deemed not to be actively seeking work.
Fiona Byrne began working in a charity as a voluntary intern 2 years ago and has since secured a full-time position at the organisation. After many months of struggling to find work, Fiona was excited at the prospect of being able to develop her skills, but soon realised she was no longer entitled to claim social welfare.
I remember explaining, well, it's unpaid, it's a voluntary internship so that I can get skills to work in the sector that I want to work in. And I was just told flat out, there's no way you can do that and get social welfare at the same time.
Many people who take part in voluntary internships struggle to cope without payment or access to social welfare. So they take part in the internships without informing their social welfare office. Moira Murphy, who represents the We're Not Leaving campaign, says the social welfare system is prohibiting people from developing their skills.
The reality is that people want to get work and they want to be able to do things that will contribute to society, but it's because the structure of the social welfare system is quite illogical. There's no way to do this.
Thousands of people take part in voluntary internships every year in Ireland in order to progress their careers. Today, opposition parties have called on the government to ensure that those who take part in these internships are eligible for social welfare for a certain period of time.
There has to be a change. There has to be some recognition that people are willing to work on a voluntary basis to try and hone their skills.
In a statement, the Department of Social Protection said the policy is to provide income support during periods of involuntary unemployment and that it would be inconsistent to provide income support to voluntary internship participants during periods of unemployment which are not involuntary. Meanwhile, many people remain stuck in the situation which Fiona Byrne was in 2 years ago, continuing to work as voluntary interns in order to progress their careers while living in fear of their social welfare payment being cut.
It just made me feel really ashamed. I didn't want to be sneaky. I didn't want to be seen as that kind of person, but I just felt I had absolutely no other choice if I wanted literally to live and to get the experience I needed to get a job.
Aisling Kenny, RTE News.